Hello, and thank you for joining us for our new series, Open for Justice. My name is Damon Daniel, President and CEO of the AdHoc Group Against Crime. Open for Justice is a new series that we're introducing. It's going to feature unsolved homicides as well as missing persons. You're going to hear from case detectives as well as family members of those who've gone missing, as well as those who have cases that are unsolved. And most important, we need your help in all of this, because these cases have one thing in common. They're still open for justice. There's key information that we're looking for and that you can help. So keep tuning in and keep sharing these videos with your family, friends, and loved ones as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you.
Detective Resnack? Yes. So this is the case of Roman Yslas. On December 21st, 2021, shortly after midnight, police officers were called out to the Berrywoods apartment. The address was 8723 North Kansas. They were called out on a shooting. When officers arrived, they discovered Mr. Yslas was in the parking lot. He had suffered trauma, gunshot wound trauma, and medics ended up pronouncing him deceased at the scene.
He was a protector. He was an amazing father, friend, veteran, just all-around good guy. One of my favorite memories has got to be when we got engaged. So he had been planning this engagement for, he told me, 3 months, and he would make sure that anybody that was involved would not text him after he got home from work. So he did all of the stuff while he was at work during lunch and stuff like that. And he set it up so that it was like a scavenger hunt, and he made it so that a lot of my family and some friends from out of town even were able to participate. Our kids, we went to these different places around the city that we had been on date nights to, and I really thought it was a scavenger hunt. So I'm competitive by nature, and I was just like, no, we're going in the wrong places. No, that's not right. We have to go to this place, that place. And he was like, no, we have to go to these places. And so I was squabbling back and forth with him about where we were supposed to go, and he knew where we were going because he had somebody in each place behind us. As soon as we got there, he had someone stand in behind us and hold up a sign, unbeknownst to me. And so by the time we got back to our meeting center, which was at the time it was called Sprint Center, we all met back up there. There was a couple different teams, at least I thought there was, and they showed us like a collage of the winning couple, and it happened to be us. And the first thing I thought was, oof, those pictures are rough. I'm a photographer, and so I guess I'm a little judgy on pictures. And so he had to actually point out in the background, no, babe, look. And like, then I start seeing the sequence of the "Shall will you marry me?" ? And I immediately started crying, and he was down on one knee, and then everybody that had participated that day came from around the Sprint Center and like circled us, and it was one of the best memories I've had. It's been devastating, to say the least. He was the star that shined on everything. He made the world just a little bit better. Just knowing him could bring a smile to anybody's face. So it's been very difficult. It's been especially devastating to our kids. We have 8 kids in between us. We have yours, mine, and ours. And the youngest being 3 now, who was 18 months at the time. So she hasn't quite understood where Daddy is, why Daddy's not here, how come she can't talk to Daddy. I tell her that he lives in the clouds. Gun violence destroys lives. It not only destroys the victims' lives, it will destroy the assailant's life. They might not know it right that minute, but eventually it'll catch up to them, and it will devastate their family as well.
We ask anyone that may have heard or seen anything to come forward. I know that we had spoken to people inside the apartment complex. It did not appear at the time that there were any sort of eyewitnesses to the event. But we do know in most all cases that there are always people who will know that someone was involved in something. So just because someone wasn't an eyewitness to something, if they believe that they have information that could help this case, we encourage them to come forward. They can contact me directly or the homicide unit directly. If they don't feel comfortable with that, we have a TIPS hotline as well. That is 100% anonymous, and we just urge them to come forward.
Hello, and thank you for watching. You just saw the video featuring Roman's fiance. There are a number of things that stand out to me in that video. One being the fact that there are children now that don't have a father. There's a child that never really had the chance to get to know her father. There's a man who served his country and who really tried to make everything better. He put a smile on everyone's faces as well, and his life was taken senselessly to violence. I am asking that those who may have seen something, heard something, to please share what you know. No matter how small you think it is, every piece of information matters. It's like pieces to a puzzle. So please share what you know. You can give us a call at 816-753-1111, or you can call the TIPS hotline at 474-TIPS. Thank you for watching, and please share. God bless.